Alrighty guys, welcome back. Today we are currently sitting out here in the cat. I just got back from a little bit of, it was a trip a few hours down a ways and a few towns over. And what I've just gone ahead and done is buy a new toy to play around in the snow a bit. Now I know the end of snow season is approaching us, but where I happen to live, we just got a surprise blizzard last night. So, it's not one of the biggest ones we've had, but it's more snow than we normally get around here. And, it's currently April right now, so we weren't really expecting it. Weather's still been a little bit cold where I live. Stuff like that. So, a little bit surprised when the snow came, because it has been a little while since we did get some snow. But the snow has arrived. So, I decided to be just about time to finish off the fun snow season. I've had a lot of fun ripping the snowmobiles and the four-wheelers with the paddles on them and stuff like that. I've had a lot of fun. But what I've just gone ahead and bought today, I ran up in the Kayadai and bought it. It's still on the trailer. It's brand new. Is something I've actually never owned before. Never owned this type of vehicle or toy, I guess you could say. Now, I've ridden one of these before. It was a little bit older. It was just a little bit trashed. It was one of my buddies, but I've never really owned one. However, I do know how to ride one, so I got one. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and show you guys real quick what I bought and what we're going to be ripping for the day. And here she is. Now, I know it's a little bit different, and I don't own too many dirt bikes. I actually sold about 3, last summer. But this isn't your average dirt bike. This one is a custom-built sled bike, and it's pretty insane. Now, this bike here is a CRF 450F. Now, if that wasn't already fast enough stock, it has a completely rebuilt motor. And from the race-built motor, we have 2 dual pipes coming out to some high-performance, high-flow race mufflers. And along with all that, it does have a high-flow air filter and some pretty big jets on it. So this thing is ready to rip for the day. I don't really know what to expect. It's brand new, already has all this work done to it, set up for, it's a sled bike, set up for the snow, and I'm ready to rip it in the snow. So with that, catch you guys as soon as I get the trailer hooked up to the Duramax over there. I've just gone ahead and actually just got this trailer unhooked and drove the Duramax over there for the start of the video. But I'm going to pull it back on up here, get it all connected, and we're going to run up to town. Really, there's snow like everywhere, so I really don't have to go that far to find a really good trail to rip this thing on, and really should be a fun day. So catch you guys as soon as I'm ready to hit the trails. A little bit of a drive later, we've made it to one of my most favorite spots to rip. As you guys can see, there's a decent amount of trails here. The road goes back there. We just left town about an hour ago, so I made sure to go somewhere good to rip this snow bike for the first time. And actually, I'm going to go ahead, not hit the ramp actually, but go over this little bit of snow here. Be careful with the trailer, don't want to get stuck here. But I am going to pull my truck up here, just like so. And we should be ready to unload our snow bike. And off the trailer we go. There we are. Let's go ahead and go around the trailer here. So far it's ripping in the snow. It's going through just fine. Not a problem in the world. Oh, would you look at that cat eye Duramax. Love that truck. For those guys that have been watching the channel for a while, you guys would know where his truck came from. The origins of it when it was completely squatted. So glad we got that thing fixed. And it's been a tow rig of mine for, well, really since that day. Now, I really don't know where I'm going off to right now. I thought there would be a start of a little bit better trail than there is, so I'm going to go ahead and back up here. These snow bikes actually do have reverse, shockingly enough, because when you're in the deep ruts, the deep snow, I know it's custom add-on, but I'm really glad it is. Man, that's not very good. I'm going to have to ride on the road with my tracks, but let's just go ahead and send it here. It's one of my favorite drop-offs here. You guys may call me just a little bit crazy for trying it, but I've done it a time or two before. Really, all you gotta do is just carefully slide off here. Almost wrecked the bike there. And from here, really just have to be pretty careful. Just go ahead and get a little bit of a run at it, and just like that, and jump it off. Suspension's alright on this thing. Just don't lock your knees, and you'll be alright. Now we're in the deep snow. Just like as you're riding a snowmobile, don't sit there for too long. You may start sinking. That might be just a little bit rough. But, this is the first time I've ever ripped a snow bike on my own. And this is the deepest snow I've ever ripped a snow bike in. Try to get up to speed here. There's third gear. Alright. This thing really rips. Glad it does have the custom reverse, as I was going on about. Roy does help in rough snow situations, so pretty happy for that. There's some mud over there. I don't really want to tempt the mud on the snow bike since it is brand new. But we are going to go ahead and ride on the asphalt just for a minute. Well, actually, no, we're not. We're going to hit the... Ooh, want to watch out. Those rocks are going to tear up my my track, so don't really want to do that. But there is a lot of good open terrain out here, a lot of good places to just rip the snow bike drift, just throw all that snow up. It's a lot of fun to get out here after good snow on a snow bike, preferably a snowmobile for me, but just thought I'd switch it up for you guys today since you guys have never seen me rip a snow bike, actually, a sled bike, whatever you want to call them. Alright, we're going to hit the mud here. I actually forgot this trail is just a little bit muddy because all the snow is just going to just melt off right down here. Happens every time. Haven't sunk snowmobiles over here, obviously, but, like, I've gotten them pretty deep. Yeah, when you do come out, there's going to be a couple different places you can go. Up this patch here is one of my favorite places to go. Really tight to get through in a snowmobile, not going to lie, so glad we are hitting the trail here. One of my favorites on the snow bike, on the sled bike, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, so we're just doing some pretty standard ripping here, just having a good time, just out here, taking you guys along for the ride, not beating it up too much. We've had a lot of fun on it so far. These things really don't break that often. Like, the components are really well built, and I know the kit the previous owner did put on this thing, so I know this thing can handle a pretty good beating. You know, obviously I don't want to beat on it. It is pretty much brand new. Not just new to me, but you know, I am riding it just the way I would rip my old snowmobiles around or something like that. So I am having a lot of fun on the sled bike, snow bike. Let's just go ahead and hit the mud ruts one last time. Gotta stay up on this right corner here. It gets really deep down there, and that's just something you don't want to fiddle with down there. You know, accidentally sink your bike. Just put it a little bit too deep and you screw everything up. So really don't want to do that. Preferably I like to keep my snow bikes in the snowy terrain. Preferably, but I don't know if that's just me. But yeah, I have seen a couple guys rip these things through some mud here, just hardly dodged in between that ladder and the asphalt there. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and just rip this terrain here just for a moment. Gotta watch out for these poles here. Really, this thing does handle a lot better than your average snowmobile. Obviously, it is a two-wheel bike, and that's what you're going to get with that, and you can really just control it a lot better than any of your snowmobiles or quads with paddles on them. So, all around, pretty big fan of the snow bikes. As you guys can see, we're just ripping the thing, slipping and sliding, and it is a lot of fun. Let's go ahead and jump. Ooh. Now, from here, what I'm going to do is, well, you can rip this terrain here. Let's go ahead and jump off here, and oh, it gets pretty deep. I can feel myself sinking just a little bit, honestly. But nothing we can't handle here. Now, we are on a bike today, so we can squeeze through the little buildings if possible. I don't know if this one's really possible. I'm sure I could do it. Don't want to really Don't really want to bust up my first sled on the front. However, the tracks are just fine, so I'm going to watch where I'm going here. Okay, really, so we're just kind of behind the building now. Can I get past this one? Oh, I'm sure I could. Plenty of room. Really first time ever just dodging and weaving in and out of buildings. Just this is my first feel with a sled bike. Things are pretty fun. Now it does get snowier at the very top of the hill, so if I don't bust up my sled on the front too much or just take all the tread off the track, might be able to make it up to the top of the hill, get some pretty good rips. However, this thing may not make it to the top of the hill, but it's climbing alright so far, so... Oh man, how did that just climb that? That's I'm pretty impressed with that. Let's continue on the trail, shall we? So I did pre-equip this bike with some fully built, very protective guards on the bottom, and I think that's really what's just been keeping this engine safe so far, ripping on the rocks, and it's kept a lot of my other dirt bikes and quads safe when ripping on the rocks and the trails and stuff like that. So big fan of swing arm guard, the motor guard, all that. This is really it for the rip today. Man, I'm going to need to find my way back out of here because we are kind of beating this thing up to another level. Nothing this sled bike cannot handle though, so we are going to try to find our another way back, if you will. Finally, we're ripping in some snow here. We can take it through this little tunnel here. Why don't we? This is it's one of the only things you can do on a sled bike that you can't do on a snowmobile. So pretty cool these little tunnels are here. Let's go ahead and just rip full speed. We're in 4th gear right now, 5th. Ooh, about knocked my head on it. Oh, can we pull off the flip? Yes, we can. Okay. Gonna have to check when we do get back to the truck, though, how busted up my front sled is, because that's not very good. But I'm currently on my way back up to the truck now. Catch you guys as soon as we are back at the truck. Alright guys, a little bit of a loop later, but we made it back on up to the Duramax, to the Cat Eye. Gotta love the truck, gotta love the sled bike as well. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this thing all loaded back up. Catch you guys as soon as we're on our way back home. Alright guys, currently turning around, head on out of here. So we are currently on our way back home. There's the beautiful sled bike on the back getting towed by the amazing Duramax here. That's it for this video. Hope you guys did enjoy. Leave a like if you guys did. Subscribe if you're new and you haven't already. Turn on those post notifications to never miss a new daily video from me. Let me know down below in the comments any of you guys' video ideas, anything you guys would like to see from me here on the channel. And let me know down below in the comments what you guys would think of today's video. And with that, that's it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to enjoy your guys' day or night. And with that, I'll catch you guys very, very soon in the next one.